Yes, world. What it do? You guys know what it is. It's Kobe, and we out here. What's trickling down there are, you could guess, the plays I'm on today. We're gonna hit up the plays and see what's going on in the sports world. Like, subscribe, and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to, but it'll be better if you do. You know. The first things first. I tell you what's interesting is that NBA playoff is coming about. I took a little break, had to get this money on my lonesome, because like sometimes that's just how life works, you know? But I'm back for you guys for the playoffs. So make sure you hit the bell button so you get the notification when I pop on. Now, check it out. A lot of things been going on. We're in the last day of March Madness. It's not even March yet. I hope you guys had a beautiful March Madness. I hope you guys brackets basically got this far. Okay. About, they say 6% of people's brackets had Michigan to win it all. So if you were one of those 6%, shout out to you. Michigan, I think, is going to win it all. Okay. They have Michigan to beat UConn at a 6.5 spread. Now, everybody was anticipating UConn versus Duke, but it didn't work like that. Okay. And unfortunately, how things work is not like, I know a lot of people's brackets broke because they thought Duke was going to come through. Duke didn't even make it to the Final Four. Like that's what's ridiculous. All because of a coaching mistake. Now, that's gonna be like one of the mess ups in history. I seen an interview with the Boozer kid, and he was talking about how this is his fault and yada yada yada. He shouldn't even take the blame for that because that's the coach's fault. All the way the coach's fault. Nobody else's fault but the coach's. Okay? Now, if you don't believe me, send me a comment. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think about that. I think it's bare coach though. Now, secondly, we have a UConn team that did not disappoint. They got the fluky advance, and then they end up beating Illinois to come in the finals. Now, this is going to be one of the toughest tasks for them to play right now. Is Michigan. Michigan's on fire. Michigan took out Arizona just before, but like a blowout. Michigan, basically in this tournament, just blew out everybody. They should do the same now. I am a believer, and I am one of the 6% that has Michigan as to win the championship. You understand what I'm saying? So we looking good. A couple people I know have Michigan as well. Hopefully that all goes good. But you never know. This is March Madness. Anything can happen. Miracles do happen. Don't let anybody fool you. So I got Michigan minus the 10. You guys wondering where do we find 10? The line is not 10. I bought the additional spread because if Michigan wins, Michigan is going to blow these guys out. So I got Michigan minus 10. Now, on the other note, UConn could easily win this game. They have a coach. Like, UConn's players are not all that fantastic, but UConn's coach is a dog. He's gritty, you know. he believes in his team, even though when you shouldn't. At times, when adversity hits, he never folds. That's the type of coach you want to fight for you, you know? And that's basically the secret to UConn's success. Some people might want to say the ref. Some people might want to say luck. I'm going to say it's because of the coach. Okay? This game's going to be tonight. Nice game to watch. Check this out. All right? Now, also, Arizona got smashed, okay? In the Arizona got smashed in the playoffs last game. They're supposed to be good, but I think Arizona basically touched their ceiling. They came too close to where, like, they shouldn't even have came this far. Pause. Yeah, I shouldn't even have came this far, but it's okay. They had a good run. I didn't even notice. I don't know if you guys noticed. What's his name was on the team? Bryce James. LeBron James' son was on that team, the Arizona team. He almost won the ring without doing anything. Next year, though, we're going to see how that goes. He's going to be playing straight off high school. He was this year. That's why he didn't play. It was more of like he goes to school there, but it's more of a recruitment. See how the team work. That's how Arizona program work. They basically like home breed their players before they actually play. Is that a good decision? Is that not a good decision? I don't know. I would have to see how it's going to develop. But I think Bryce he's going to be a professional and he's going to know exactly how to handle this. Now, in other news in the world, we're going all the way down to Chicago, WNBA. Our girl, your girl, Angel Reese. Angel Reese got traded from Chicago to Atlanta. I don't know if you guys remember, there was a couple, last season, okay, she was talking about how the team needs to get more better people. The team she has is shit. Da 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 da. She's not going to play if they're going to continue being shit. Da 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 da. Now, let me tell you guys something. And what you guys need to understand. No one is bigger than the program. The same way how Jaden Ivey said what he said, and they fired him. You wanna disrespect, say you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that. Our team is shit. Our team is that, and we're paying you on your checks. Cool, say less. We ship you off to Atlanta. Now, they didn't say this, but this is speculation from me. The way Chicago's looking at this is that you had it good here. Now you're going to actually have to play good in Atlanta or they're going to cut you, and now you're going to have no job. You understand what I'm saying? The way I'm looking at it, and Angel Reese probably looking at it, is like, thank God you get to leave a shit situation to a better situation. But you're going to have to put in more work. You know how it is. First, the position you usually do is chilling. They want you to do the higher position, but you know if you do the higher position, it's more serious. You're gonna have to. You can't do certain things and get away with certain things that you would have in the last position. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's the situation, but I hope Angel Reese all the best, and I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be just fine, and Chicago's gonna be the last end of the straw. Like they're gonna feel the worst end of the straw, but they shouldn't have did that. Like who cares the shit, you know? Like, come on. So I tell you this: the way this works is that Angel, she's gonna be out there. She's gonna strive in Atlanta. She's gonna be where people love her, and I think it's gonna be good for her career. Not even gonna lie, I think it's gonna be good for her career. So Angel Reese to Atlanta, I think that's a W. I think that's a W. Now, a little a little thing right there. You know it's coming to the end of playoffs and everything. We got our boys in the NBA, and the standings is as follows. So if it would finish right today, okay, the NBA finished today. There's like 4 games left, just to let you guys know if you guys didn't know that. There's 4 games left. But if the standings finish today, okay, in the East, we would have in the play-ins, okay, Charlotte is at 8th now. If you look at the last time we checked this, Charlotte was at 10th. So Charlotte's at 8th now, okay? Heat is 10th. So Heat and Orlando is going to have to play twice. Charlotte and Raptors only have to play once. What a world we're living in, where the Bobcats is literally in the playoffs. Okay? And then you have Golden State is going to have to play twice, and Portland's going to have to play twice in the play-in. So now the division. Who's winning the division? So Boston won the division in the East. Hold on, wait. Okay. Detroit got their division. Boston's going to win that division. Whew. Atlanta could win their division. Or Charlotte could honestly, if Charlotte keeps winning, they could honestly win their division. Okay. So what they need to do is this. You guys ready? All right. So the team's playing today. New York, Atlanta. New York, Atlanta. New York loses this game. The only furthest they could go is 4th. Atlanta loses this game. They can't really, there's no really scare for Atlanta. So the only thing that this matters to is New York. If New York stays in 3rd, they play Philly. If New York doesn't stay in 3rd and they go into 4th, they play Atlanta. Who does New York want to play? That's the question. Me personally, I think if New York plays Philly or Atlanta, they win both. So it doesn't really matter. One might be in 5 and one might be in 6. Like that's the only difference. It more matters to Atlanta, but they can't really they don't really, they're not really doing much. So meaning like if they win, it's not going to change their path. Atlanta's still in the place that they're in and they're not moving up. Any injuries in this? Are they resting? Are they showing in the fight? Yeah, New York is not resting nobody. So you already know I would side to New York, to be honest with you, if I had to go on the side. Detroit Magic, same thing. We're looking at this. Detroit is first, but they're not going to catch up to to OKC in the NBA, right? The first in the NBA, so they're just first in the division. They clinched the division. They handle their business. Now you have Magic here. Magic needs to win. If Magic lose, they're for sure going to be in 9. So basically, this is what it boils down to right now. This game is for Magic right now. If Magic does not want to play twice in the play-in, they have to win right now. So that's why I only pick Magic in this spot. Detroit might rest the whole team. Who knows Detroit? Who's Detroit's gonna play? Detroit might rest everybody. So like Detroit, Magic, I like Magic. Cleveland against Grizzlies. We're gonna pass that game. There's a 30.5 spread, and there's nothing to break down. That's what I mean by pass. But like it's very simple. It's either Grizzlies plus the 13 at home. They only have a few games left for their fans. I know they're trying to tank. They still could lose if they lose by 1 or 2. But the books is anticipating Cleveland to blow these guys up. I don't think Cleveland's gonna blow these guys up. I think Cleveland's gonna play with these guys and also, okay, not only blow these guys out, play with these guys, and also maybe get a scare and have Grizzlies come back and probably win the game. So I like Grizzlies. Spurs. You already know. Spurs are out here dominating. Spurs are doing all this to not win a championship. Why is Spurs not going to win a championship? Because of De'Aaron Fox. Why is Spurs not going to win a championship? Because of De'Aaron Fox. When you have De'Aaron Fox on your team, you're not winning shit. De'Aaron Fox is like the young version of James Harden. The reason why I say that is because if you've been watching the games lately and you've been watching even the last game they played against Denver, the reason why they lose, how they lose, when they lose, what things transpire in the game. De'Aaron Fox is a red flag. Watch this game tonight, and you tell me, what do you think? Do you think he's a red flag? Do you think he's not? I don't think they're going to win the championship because De'Aaron Fox. If you don't see it in this game, you'll see it in the playoffs. Mark my words. Stay tuned to the golden hour. This is why we do this, to let you guys know. But I'm telling you guys right now, De'Aaron Fox is not the way to go. So 8.5 spread after coming from Denver and all that? Nah. Is Joel Embiid playing? Let me see. Is Joel Embiid playing? Because Joel Embiid yep. Give me Philly, man. Philly. Give me them Philly cheesesteaks. Give me them Philly cheesesteaks. Give me them Philly cheesesteaks. Let me go get them. Because I think that's about to pop off. Philly, Joel Embiid, Wembanyama. Then Denver against Portland. That's a whack game. Denver against Portland. That's a whack game. Not even gonna hold you. So let's move on to NHL. So NHL. Do I need to break down all the games? As you can see down there, I said all games under 6.5. So, like I said, all games under 6.5. So, let's look at the standings. Tampa Bay Buffalo. They ain't playing for shit. None of them. Both of them are in the playoffs. It's under because now it's the ref's turn to tune up. Winnipeg. So now, now we're gonna do that. Yeah, so under everything. The Jets. The Jets against Kraken. This shit. So the Jets against Kraken. Voted them out the playoffs. So that's the under two. You would think it's gonna go over, but that's the under two. Sharks and Blue Jackets. Sharks and Blue Jackets. That's an under two, and a team that's not going to the playoffs. And then Kings and Predators. So the Kings has been fighting for their lives. Hickory dickory, like like the Humpty Dumpty. They've been fighting. They're in and out, in and out, in and out. It's them and Nashville. This is the biggest game on the board. We have the game of the night. Whoever wins this game goes in the playoffs. I repeat, whoever wins this game goes in the playoffs. So, if Predator wins, Predators in the playoffs. If Kings win, Kings are in the playoffs. Kings is the only favorite because of home court advantage. I love the under in this game. Under. There's no way this shit goes anywhere else. This is a super under, and that's one of the best unders on the board, other than the whole board of NHL being under. This is one of the best unders. You understand what I'm saying? So you guys know what it is. At the end of the day, I'll see you guys later. Couple of recaps about the later and shit. See how the games are later. See who hosts up the championship, right? And that'll be a blessing in disguise if UConn is able to upset Michigan. But I doubt it. We also got Padres against Pirates. I think that's an easy money, plus money spot. And, baseball, there's still plenty of data to be collected, but there's some stuff to know right now. If you're picking favorites, you're losing. If you're picking underdogs, you're cashing. The most profitable teams are underdogs, even though they haven't won the most. You understand what I'm saying? So the more time you run with like a good team, right? And then when they lose, you lost more money losing with them, then you actually won more money winning with them because the price was so low when you won with them. So stay aware, look for your data, and try to not only make a wager, but make a wager on a significant amount of money that you're able to keep. So remember that. And that's how we're going to close the show. You guys know what it is. This is the golden hour. And I'll see you guys later on the late night. Stay tuned. And we out.